So we have come to the summit clash of Asia Cup. It is India versus Pakistan, the clash that really everyone has been waiting for. And this is going to be the third match in 3 weeks. We normally don't get to see the arch rivals playing, but here we are. But cricket has been laced with a lot of controversies. Joining me is former India cricketer Nikhil Chopra to talk about cricket and controversies. But Nikhil, will start with the controversy. You know, the build-up of the match has been around talk about fines. Surya Kumar Yadav being fined about 30% and Haris Rauf another 30% of match fees. When a captain of a team gets a fine, of course, you know, having said that, we have to tell our viewers that an official confirmation is yet to come from ICC. But what we know from our sources is that India has appealed the fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So how does that really impact a side going to a high-profile clash like this?
To be honest, I don't think it's Surya Kumar Yadav as the skipper of the Indian team or the think tank, Gautam Gambhir, support staff, anybody is going to break a sweat in regards to that 30% fine, because at the end of the day, Surya Kumar Yadav, if I remember correctly, when he said what he said that when he came out to play the game, that he was waiting for that moment. You know, he visualized that moment, that if he gets that opportunity, he's going to, you know, dedicate that victory to the armed forces. So be it. So 30% fine, I don't think he's going to break a sweat, to be honest.
Okay. But what impact will it have on the team, that captain having been pulled up?
To be honest, Rika, I think this must have been a collective, well thought of sort of decision to do what he did. So even if it has any sort of repercussions, like you're saying, 30% fine, and of course, the Indian team and the BCCI is going to go and appeal for it as well. So I don't think there's going to be any sort of difference, because when the team left for the Asia Cup to be held at Dubai, their first and foremost priority was to go out there and win the Asia Cup. And don't get me wrong, Team India goes, wins, Surya Kumar Yadav lifts the trophy. Get ready. He's going to dedicate that victory and the trophy to the armed forces.
And there's another matter that's still not settled, whether or not, if he wins, he's going to take the cup from Mohsin Naqvi.
That I don't know about, because at the end of the day, that's a technicality. The Asia Cup, whoever's the head of the Asia Cup, I mean, that's between the ICC and, say, put it this way, decision makers are going to be taking a call, because at the end of the day, it's the Asia Cup. I don't know who's going to be giving the trophy, what has been decided. So,
can ICC make a call on this?
I don't know. Maybe they should. They'll probably sit and plan things out with whatever's happened. It's not a bad idea. At the end of the day, you know, just sit in a room, be transparent, and take a call and take the best foot forward.
Nikhil, ICC has held back the decision. So while we are saying 30% fine for Surya, 30% for Haris Rauf, ICC officially hasn't announced. Do you think that they are also exercising restraint because of the profile of the India-Pakistan clash and, you know, what has happened in the course of last couple of weeks?
I think most importantly, Rika, ICC being the custodians of the sport, I think that's why they're holding the restraint back, because at the end of the day, they don't want to flare up or add fuel to the fire with whatever's happening at that moment in time. Whatever's decision that they're looking to take is based on the guidelines, purview, technicalities, and also, you know, rules. So that's why they're probably holding that decision whenever it comes out. So I guess that's the reason, because they, at the end of the day, ICC is also the custodians of the game.
While, you know, we know that ICC is custodian of the game, but ICC did not act on any of the gestures or the talk. So ICC did not pull up Surya Kumar Yadav, suo moto. They didn't take suo moto cognizance of the gestures of the Pakistani players. Do you think that they should have been more proactive in this case?
Well, to be honest, you know, ICC as an institution have got the match referees who are conducting the game, keeping a watchful eye. At the end of the day, if the match referee spotted something, if anybody had to be more watchful and be a little more vigilant. It had to be the match
Mr.
referee.
Pycroft, yes.
And I'll tell you what, he's become a big name in the cricketing fraternity because now everybody knows there's a match referee and that's Andy Pycroft. Put it this way. People who follow the sport and people who don't even follow the sport, so they know who Andy Pycroft is. So anybody had to be vigilant, it's them. ICC, to per se, as an institution, they got their own people in place in terms of the match referee who are going to be running the game.
Mm-hmm.
Then it comes to the headquarters. But at the end of the day, it's their responsibility.
Okay, the story of the fines in the background. Now, Surya Kumar Yadav, as a captain, do you think he will hold himself back? He will not indulge in any antics and not let the team indulge in antics?
To be honest, sport, it's very tough when you're on that cricket field, on the field of sport, or when you're in that sort of competitive arena, that you're trying to hold back your emotions or the adrenaline pumping. I mean, these are words that you think of. Controlled adrenaline, controlled emotional outbursts. There's nothing controlled in sport. You're out there, you've got your heart. Yeah, exactly.
It's raw nerves, yeah.
Yeah, you're wearing your heart on your sleeve, and at the end of the day, you're representing your country and you're leader of the pack. You're looking to lead by example and win a game. And first and foremost, the thought process for the entire Indian team and the skipper who's going to be, we need to win the Asia Cup.
A day ahead of the final, what will really be the mood in both the camps?
I think some of the guys must be relaxing. Plenty of massages or relaxation.
Are you
it's tough.
any of the social media stuff?
I mean, see, now in this world of social media, of course, with all these guys, it's kind of following that they've got, they would be following a little bit, or sometimes the best
they
way.
have high-profile managers around them, feeding them information.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, each one to their own. A lot of players I know of would not be looking at their phone or the social media handle. The notifications would be off. Speaking to family, relaxation, because at the end of the day, you got a job in hand. So, there was an era when you're looking to detox your body. Yeah. Now we're in an era that you are looking to detox from social media sometimes as well.
Mental detox,
exactly. Yeah. So this is not a bad day to do that 24 hours prior to the final.
Let's talk a little about the game as well. And let's start with Captain Surya Kumar Yadav. I was having a look at his stats, 71 runs in the tournament, not speaking truly of his potential. Would you say that Sky has been one of India's only disappointment in this entire tournament?
To be honest, in terms of runs, I don't think disappointment, because at the end of the day, some of the guys who've been getting starts have been getting the job done, winning games single-handedly. And Surya Kumar Yadav is a champion match-winning player, one innings away from winning games, but the limited opportunity that he's got also.
But the dry spell has continued in T20s for a while. In big matches, he has not really found.
I personally look at Rika, for any batter, I mean, who's not getting runs, at what stage of the game is he coming? Are some of the other guys winning the game or not? And how is he getting out? He's playing his shots and he's getting out. So I wouldn't worry about his mental space, because at the end of the day, you got 6 batsmen. Very rarely do all 6 get you runs. That's why you have 6 batsmen in a team of 11, because if 2 guys get a start, it's their responsibility to convert their start and win a game. And this is such a high explosive format of the game. It's not about the runs, it's about the pace of the runs that you get, and it's all about the strike rate as well. So sometimes you're going to get perished, because this is the same player that we're talking about, Surya Kumar Yadav, who did the unimaginable in T20 international cricket, got 1,000 runs with a strike rate of 180. I don't think any player in the world has been able to achieve that. That's why Sky. So I'm not too worried about Sky. Sky's going to be there, and the sun's going to be shining.
Hopefully the sun's going to be
100%.
shining. But let's also talk about the rest of the team. Would you say that Indian team, despite being in the finals, underperformed?
I don't think so. I think you look at...
the results don't seem to suggest that at the end of the day, but then...
Okay, let's look at the positives for some of the players. Prior to this game, I know household name was Abhishek, but with the kind of performances that he's been able to put, I mean, he's just taken his batting skill set to another level.
Yeah,
Shubman Gill, we all know what a match-winning star that he is. He's been continuously performing. I guess T20 cricket, one of the most toughest thing is to be consistent in that format. Shubman Gill and Abhishek have been able to go out there and do that. Sanju Samson, when he got the opportunity, and we spoke about this, he'll get the opportunity to bat at number 3. He got a half century to his name. You look at Arshdeep, he's sitting out. He got an opportunity. He got some wickets. Jasprit Bumrah has been outstanding. Hardik Pandya with the ball, an opportunity with the bat hasn't come. You look at Akshar Patel, the match-winning all-rounder that he is. Kuldeep, Varun Chakravarti. Shivam Dube with the ball.
What about the performance of the bowlers against Sri Lanka? It was, would you say it was just one-off?
It was 100%. Yeah, it was just
100 runs.
Yeah, it was. It was one-off because at the end of the day, you're also against a side that plays spin well, similar sort of surfaces, similar bowlers. So I guess it was just one-off. And I guess when you're entering a multi-nation tournament, sometimes that wake-up call to the bowlers is also important. So you then all of a sudden think about every single delivery, the line, the length, trajectory, the pace, your plans that, okay, on that surface, I can't be looking to bowl there. I'm not going to take anything for granted because prior to that game, everything was going as a dream run sort of thing. So that wake-up call was important as well.
And particularly before the final.
100%.
Yeah. So talking about Pakistan, man to, when you compare them to India, man to man, India has far better skills.
Yeah.
But is there anything about Pakistan that really stands out for you and that India should be wary of?
I guess that opening burst. And why I say the opening burst with Shaheen Afridi, because this is such a format. The 6 overs in the power play. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper, Salman Agha, throws the ball to Shaheen Afridi, says you might get hit for 3 fours, 4 fours, whatever it is. You concede 30 runs in the first 3. We want wickets. Simple as that. You get me 3 wickets in the power play, my job is done. That is the only way you can think of rattling Team India is to pick up 3 wickets in the power play. Because stats and this format also suggests then you can put some pressure on that long batting lineup of Team India. But if you don't pick up those 3 wickets in the power play, it'll get really tough. Now, if your premier bowler picks up a couple of wickets also, then it makes life easier for some of the other bowlers as well in the power play. Because if you don't pick up wickets, you will go for runs, Shaheen Afridi, and there'll be more pressure on the other bowlers as well. So
you expect this to be a spin versus spin contest once again?
I guess it's, in sport, very rarely do I say this and use those sort of words. It's a contest between a superior side and an inexperienced side that is going through a transition phase. At the end of the day, if Team India goes out there...
Would you use the word rookie for Pakistan?
Yeah, of course, possibly, yeah. Because at the end of the day, you look at the number of matches average-wise and the experience. I mean, man-to-man, there's no sort of match. But at the end of the day, it's sport. It's performance on that particular day. It's about being confident, not overconfident. The result will not be in your favor until unless you go out there and execute your plans. And you need to be ruthless as an athlete to win games. Clinical performances, Gautam Gambhir, Surya Kumar Yadav, for every individual from the Pakistan side, they would have had plan A, plan B. So just look to execute your plans. Simple as that.
Nikhil, when you played India-Pakistan, there must have been a target for every player to play against, to shine against a particular bowler or for a bowler to take one person's wicket. Would the Indian team be thinking on those lines, or it's just about finish the match, win it, that's it? We are not really planning about, because Pakistan doesn't seem to have thrown up that big a star, and tomorrow we won't be remembered as we have played against Wasim Akram or Waqar Younis or some sort.
Yeah, well, I guess in sport, and especially Gautam Gambhir, with a mindset and thought process, and we all know about it. For him also, it's never about the individuals. It's always the collective effort. So with the Indian team also, if they go out there and win the Asia Cup, which I know that stronger side, it's, I don't think it'll be too tough for them. But at the end of the day, it's a final. But in terms of plans, They would have had plans for the opening batsman, number 3, which bowler is going to be bowling in the power play, come over number
It's more
7.
clinical.
Yeah, absolutely. Team India will go about this Asia Cup final in a clinical and a more professional manner and just set plans and look to execute their plans. I think that's the most important thing, that over number 7 to 15, how are we going to approach that? Which are my star bowlers? Who are my wicket takers? If one of the bowlers has a bad day at the office, which is my bowler who's going to come in place of him to come and bowl as well, and see how the game continues to play and how the surface behaves. If there's a little bit of turn, do we continue with which bowler? So all those permutation combinations they would have thought of.
Okay, finally, before I let you go, your favorite India-Pakistan memory?
I guess I had a couple, but in one of them that I played, I think it was a one-day game. India was Pakistan in Jaipur. Then, of course, the 99 World Cup where Venki picked up those 5 wickets. I mean, that moment was electrifying in terms of World Cup game. I think it was Manchester. That's where we were, or Birmingham, I forget. But the stadium was outstanding.
Back to the rafters.
Oh, yeah. You know, I've been very fortunate. And then, of course, the game, Mohali game, India-Pakistan.
2011. Wow.
So we've had some great moments. You know, where you talk about, forget about butterflies in your stomach, but sometimes you feel the eagles flap their wings in your stomach.
Well, that's quite a sensation. But Nikhil, you know, we'll hope that cricket shines beyond the controversies when India plays Pakistan on Sunday.
Nobody's bigger than the sport. Put it this way, nobody's bigger than the sport.
Thank you very much.